countries mostly suffering from water scarcity and climate change. However, in Afghanistan, from the long, period from the past, traditionally, the people of Afghanistan, they are using their skills to during the rainy season and wet season, store snow and then use it later on. The presentation which I have prepared is one of showing one of the latest experiences in Afghanistan. We had sufficient snow in January, and due to this heavy snow, the Afghan people in different part of the country, especially in the north of Afghanistan, in Takhar province, they used to collect this snow and store it in a store called Yakhdan. And I'm actually narrating the story of them to share and show you that how the people are struggling to have snow stored and use it in the future. The water scarcity in Afghanistan, this is the title, a historical and contemporary perspective to see how our people are, facing this water scarcity and how they are struggling to, make a difference in this regard. Water scarcity, as you see in these images, is a pressing issue in Afghanistan. It is because of the climate change, and due to the climate change, because of the loss of snow and also altered precipitation pattern. Actually, currently the precipitation in Afghanistan has changed. Before, we had precipitation for a long period of the year, but recently this period of rainy season has shortened with high intensity, which causes flood, and also later on when there is no water and snow melt is taking place, then of course we have drought as well. Actually, these situation push the people to struggle for drinking water and agriculture and also livestock. As I mentioned before, in the beginning, actually this year we had sufficient snow in mountains. This is one of the main sources of surface water flow in Afghanistan because the snow water mainly originates from snowmelt in this country. Historically, the snowmelt water is used for drinking purposes and also for irrigation, which supports agriculture and livestock in Afghanistan, which has a arid and semi-arid climate. Just a few points about the loss of glaciers in the past. Actually, main glacier areas in Afghanistan is located in the Hindu Kush areas, which is a very highly elevated, high altitude. And since 2019,
Sir, I think we have lost you. Can anybody else?
Prof.
hear-
Zakari, Mr. Suleiman Ahmadi,
Okay.
would you be able
I will
to?
share.
Yeah.
Hello to all of you. by the permission of all of you, and happy Ramadan. At the first, I want to share my screen. Then I will continue.
Tanushi, can we allow him to?
Yes, he is allowed.
Okay, okay,
Multiple screen sharing is allowed.
okay.
Okay.
Before Mr. Sulaiman Ahmadi begins, and since he's sharing, I'll just take a few seconds. Mr. Sulaiman Ahmadi is currently working as a lecturer in the Department of Civil Engineering in Gaziantep Technical University. Mr. Sulaiman Ahmadi is actually a pioneer in the field of rainwater harvesting system. He has been affiliated with in this field of water conservation for a long time. So we're really good to have you. And please take your time. Once you're ready, we'll go ahead. Yes?
Okay. At the first, I want to share my screen.
If it's the same screen, Professor Suleiman,
It's
same
same
PowerPoint, I can share from my end. If is it the same one that Professor Karim was sharing?
Oh, okay.
I can share it from my end. So that way, yeah.
I sent my presentation through your WhatsApp, through the WhatsApp chat, and then you share this one. Yes. Okay. At the first, I share through the WhatsApp.
You shared just now?
Right now, I share it.
Oh.
Let me a minute.
Is it the same? It's not the same that Professor Karim sent, right?
A little updated.
Okay. He sent another one with key challenges of water resources management. Is that the one?
No. The other one.
I think that is the one, right?
I send you. Okay. I share with you. Sulaiman.
It's the key challenges of water management in Afghanistan?
No.
No?
That's not. It's the ed one that I sent through the WhatsApp chat. Sulaiman Ahmadi, pre.to URC. Right now, I sent through the Young Rainwater Champions WhatsApp groups.
Oh, I don't have it yet.
Mr. Sulaimani, you can also just send it to me. I can share it with Dhanushi as well. You have my WhatsApp, right, sir?
Okay. I send it to.
No worries, sir. No worries, sir. We can figure this out. Professor Karim is also here.
Okay, he's back.
Can you hear us?
Hello, everyone. I'm very sorry because of the electricity. I could not, continue. So
No worries, sir.
I apologize for that.
No worries, sir. No worries at all, sir. Great, sir. We can see your screen. Yep.
Yeah. Can I continue?
Sure, sir. Absolutely.
Yes, yeah. Actually, I was narrating the story that traditionally people in Afghanistan, they used to store the snow during the rainy season and then use it later on. In this slide, as you see, the people are in the hard process of Afghanistan this year in January. We had a lot of snow. They are, collecting snow, and then they're transporting snow using hand cart and also different means. And then, as you see on the right side at the bottom, there is a very big hole. They call it Yahdan. They store all these snow there, and then they use it later on when there is no snow or no rain. Actually, when they collect this the snow, then they use it for drinking purposes, for animals, and for agricultural purposes. So when there's water, then they can benefit from it for different purposes, as you see in these images. Another side of this, the benefit of collecting snow and storing in the Yahdan for dry season is that it helps the people to become climate resilient and then have more water for a long period of time during the year. So this was a traditional practice in Afghanistan. I'm sure in other countries may also be, but it is not technologically improved. When we have these snow stored and we have sufficient water, then the farmers are, happy because they can use it for agricultural purposes. They fulfill the requirement. That's it. Thanks. If there's any question or any point to discuss, we can go for that. Thanks a lot.
Thank you. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. Do we have any question from anyone to Professor Karim?
Or Fahad, should we also go to Mr. Suleiman, Professor Suleiman Ahmadi's presentation and then take the questions?
Sure.
In the interest of time.
Sure.
So, Professor Suleiman, I have your presentation. May I share?
Okay.
Are you able to see?
Okay.
Yeah.
In the name of Allah, with permission of all of respectable participants, I'm so happy that I am also one of these participants. And the presentation that I have prepared about sustainable water management in Afghanistan, the role of rainwater harvesting. Other slides? How to switch the slides?
Yeah.
It's the content of the issue that I want to present. Other slides?
A while. Oh, sorry.
Okay. Key challenge of water management in Afghanistan: scarcity of sustainable water resources. It's a big problem in Afghanistan because in one season there is lots of water, and for other season there is not water. If, for an example, in Maidan Wardak and some other provinces of Afghanistan, there are they are drawing water from the wells, because in one season there are river, and for all the time of for all the year there is not water. Overdependence on groundwater and seasonal rivers. It's also a big challenge in Afghanistan. Because of this, the Afghans farmers use from underground water so excessively without recharging of them. Climate change impact droughts and floods. As you heard in northern province of Afghanistan, like Takhar and Badakhshan, floods devastated them, and also floods are increasing by the climate change impacts. Go on. Weak water infrastructure and governance, it's also a big challenge. Limited public awareness, it's so important. Limited public awareness on water conservation and storage. It's not the culture of storing of water in Afghanistan is not public. Because of this, if the water change to the surface water, the people don't think about this issue. It's also a key challenge of water management in Afghanistan. I calculated the rainfall of Afghanistan and also the consumption or demand of water. Total population of Afghanistan is 36.4 millions, and per capita water use 150 liters per day. If we multiply these two values, domestic water demands achieved 2 billion cubic meters per year. Agriculture water demands is 30 billion cubic meters per year. Other uses like industrial, livestock, environmental is 3 billion cubic meters per year. The total estimated demands is 35 billion cubic meters per year. It's the total demands of water in Afghanistan per year. Continue. Go on. Estimated total water availability is 85 billion cubic meters per year. Total water demands, as I calculated in before slide, is 35 billion cubic meters per year. Water losses, evaporation, infiltration, outflow is more than 50 billion cubic meters per year. It's the loss due to the evaporation or infiltration or outflow that is not managed. Go ahead. Average annual precipitation in Afghanistan is 300 mm per year. Total annual precipitation volume is one. If we multiply this value with the area of Afghanistan, the total annual precipitation is achieved 165 billion cubic meters per year. Surface water is between these values, and the total usable water resources 75 billion cubic meters per year. Go ahead, please. Total annual precipitation is describe this. Go ahead. Oh yes. Total annual precipitation is 165 billion cubic meters per year. Total usable water resources 75 billion cubic meters per year. And total water demands is 30 total usable water resources 75 billion cubic meters per year, and total water demands is 35 billion cubic meters per year. It means that our usable water, it means in rainfall water, is more than our demands water. If we manage, if we control the rainwater or harvest the rainwater, it is suitable for our demands. Go ahead. Please click one more. Climate change and water stress in it's the impact. I discussed the impact of climate change. Climate change, irregular rainfall patterns. It means climate change have affected on the rainfall. Last year, we were witness of this in Bamiyan, that there was not effective or useful rainfall, snow in the winter, but there was a big snow in the spring, and reduced snowfall and glaciers retreat. As I see in Bamiyan, that the Baba Mountains is the source of big rivers in Afghanistan. The big glaciers are melting, and these snowpacks that are the source of big river in Afghanistan are decreasing year by year. And I had an investigation and research about this when I went to the field. When I interviewed with some people, they told me that this snow is so decreased than the few years before. Increased evaporation due to the rising temperature, higher frequency of extreme events, as you heard from the northern province of Afghanistan, that flood devastated their house and their fields. Go ahead. One click more. Practical water management solution in Afghanistan. It's the points that these points that I will present is the key point for practical water management solution in Afghanistan. Low cost, scalable approach, like watershed. Watershed is a low cost, scalable approach that one person can construct 6 or 5 watershed per day. Reduces pressure on groundwater. If we harvest rainwater, it means the groundwater pressure will reduce. Enhance climate resilience, suitable for rural and urban settings. It's also an important issue that will solve the problem of scarcity of water in Afghanistan. Go ahead. One click more. Rainwater harvesting techniques that is applicable in Afghanistan is rooftop rainwater harvesting. It's so important because the people don't pay attention in this issue. In this season, currently, I see the river of Kabul is full of water because there is not any storage of water in Afghanistan. If every house, every home store their rainwater or snow, that will be so effective, and that will be groundwater recharge management. Flat water storage ponds is also important. Infiltration wells and recharge trains, it's also important, applicable in Afghanistan. Form ponds for irrigation and livestock, it's also important. Go ahead. It is one click more, please. A case study successful example. When I was in Bamyan, I was the head of engineering department also. It's the picture that you see is the watershed that has been constructed by some organization NGOs in Bamyan. That before this watershed, there was flood, and this flood destroyed the fields of people, the homes of people, and also the groundwater was also so low. And by constructing of this watershed and check dams by some organization, international organization, the level of floods extremely decreased, and also the groundwater level is also increased. It's a successful project, and also it's an economical project that people can do it. It's implemented in Bamyan. It's the check dam. So one click more. Conclusion: Afghanistan water crisis is not due to absolute scarcity, but due to ineffective management and lack of storage system, as I discussed before. And during the rainfall, there is not any management to store the water, and during the necessary for water, there is not water. And last year, when I went to the far province of Afghanistan by the name of Daikundi, there was not enough water for drinking. It's a big problem. Indeed, other problems, it's the problem of insufficient management of water. Go ahead. Some points that are so important from my view: integrate traditional knowledge with appropriate technologies. Traditional knowledge, something by the name of Corres, that is constructed by the
Oh dear, I'm sorry.
Traditional knowledge is something by the name of Corres. If we develop this traditional structure with simple technology, it will be so effective in rural area, especially in agricultural area of Afghanistan. Strengthening community participation in water management is so important. That there is not the culture of, it's so important, there is not the culture of water management in public. It should be aware, the people that they take part for water management. Promote rainwater harvesting as a national strategy. It's also important. Integrate rainwater harvesting into national water policies. It's the key points. Thank you for your passion.
Thank you, Professor Suleiman and Professor Karim. So, Sony, we could now, since it's 4:30, we could open up the floor for questions to Professor Suleiman and Professor Karim.
Yes, we are available.
Yes.
Could I start with my questions?
Yes, Shahuda, you can even come with the video on, or otherwise also okay.
Okay. First of all, thank you so much, Mr. Sulaiman, for the brief presentation. I want to ask two things. First, you have mentioned that the rainwater potential of Afghanistan is around 165 billion per year, meter cubes per year. So how did you calculate that potential? Do you have some data from the climate search engines, or you use the data of the satellites? How you have calculated? And through your research or your practical experience, what would you suggest if we are living in a metropolitan city, like I'm currently in Lahore, what you would suggest, that the rooftop rainwater harvesting method is good? And if we are living in rural areas where there are some clusters or the patches where the settlements or the population settles there, and there are lots of green land, so we should go for the roof water top rainwater harvesting in that areas, or we should go for the ponds which you have shown? And what you would suggest for the metropolitan or rural areas? So could you please give me highlight on that as well? Thank you.
Thank you. At the first, I should tell that there is not an exact data that about rainwater in Afghanistan. It's an approximate data that I have been taken from the articles. That's the link of this article that I will share with you. And and the second question is about the rooftop water management in populated area is so effective, like Kabul, because it's lots of people there are living, and if the all land of this area is covered by the homes, if each homes store their rainfall and snow, it will be effective for recharge, groundwater recharge management. And rural areas, there are many ways that we can manage the water and store the water, like watershed and ponds and like this kind of structure, check dams.
Okay, thank you. And any participant who is participating in this conference, if they have worked on the quality of rainwater with the passing of time, like if we have we have collected a rainwater in a storage reservoir or dam, like 3 months ago, and after 3 months, have everyone, any one of you have done any research on that? What is did the quality of that rainwater decreases with time, or the quality remains same? As there is a presentation on the snow, before your presentation, presentation on the snow as well. So for the snow scenario, I think the quality might remain same, but for the rainwater, could we say that if we store that water for the 3 or 4 months, the water will, this will be kind of a stagnant water? Will it, the quality or its use, we can use that, or we need a treatment after that rainwater structure?
So Shahuda, we do have several who might be able to give you an answer. There is Sony who, in a recent training program, also we tested rainwater samples from a tank which has been used for years and years, which is like consumed by people in a village, far away village in Nepal. And we also have Mr. Vijay Raj, who might be also be able to shed light on it, or Salahuddin, any of you. So it is open to any of you, from Professor Suleiman to any of you. Yeah.
Can I say something in this regard?
Yes, go ahead, Professor Karim.
Yeah. Actually, rainwater harvesting technology is new in Afghanistan. And the question which was related to rooftop rainwater harvesting techniques, mainly in the metropolitan areas where there are so many houses and we have a lot of roof, big area, if we add it together, it becomes a very wide area. So in such areas, roof rainwater harvesting is very useful, because we have in this case we will be maximizing the rainwater coming from the roofs. So roof rainwater harvesting, or green roof, if we can say, which is common in some of the countries, developed countries. So this is very useful. But in the rural areas, where we have plenty of land, and also the houses are not very, well constructed to collect rainwater and bring it. Especially in Afghanistan, it is the case that the houses are muddy houses. Mud houses are not conducive to collect water from their roof and collect it and bring it down to the ground, and either direct it to the groundwater or store it in the open area. That's one thing. And the second point is that the idea of storing water in the infiltration pond, or in the open area, it is the idea is not to keep the water for a long time, for 4 or 5 months, to get stagnated. Of course, the quality will change, but the main idea is to collect the water, direct it to the pond, and facilitate the infiltration of these water into the groundwater. It is a kind of groundwater recharge techniques which helps store the water underground and then use it, when there is no rain or no surface water. So in that case, it can help a lot. I hope I was clear, and if there's any other further question, I will be happy to reply.
Yeah, Mr. Vijayaraj or Sony, there was another aspect to Shahuda's question, is how, from what I understood, that whether it's safe for consumption after a few months, isn't it, Shahuda?
Can I pitch in here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Good evening, everyone. As far as the rainwater is considered, rainwater being the purest form of water, only thing is, the quality of the rainwater may depend upon the catchment area from where it is flowing. See here, if you see all the water that are stored in the dams for the future feeding of the water to the towns and nearby towns. See, this is also a rainwater which is stored in dams. Okay, so only thing they do is they before they send the water to the town, they do the primary treatment with the chlorination and then the sand filters using alum and all. So this can be done. So if you see age-old practices, whatever the water used to be stored in the rivers, were used. These days a lot of things have been added to it. If you are storing the water in a pond or so, we see that a lot of aeration is taking place so that the BOD COD is not increased and the quality of the water. And before we use it, probably we can pass it through UV or ozonization or chlorination. This according to the quality of the water. The small interventions can be done, which is not costing much. So stored water can always be used without any problem. The main thing is if you are able to keep the catchment area clean, then the major problem is solved. This is what is my submission.
Right. Thank you, Mr. Vijayaraj. Shahuda, I hope you got an answer to your question. We have another raised hand from Mr. McPherson to the presenters. Mr. McPherson, would you go ahead, please, with your question? Mr. McPherson? Till Mr. McPherson joins, anyone else who has a question to the presenters, to Professor Karim or to Professor
Dhanushi, I would just like to add in.
Yeah, please
for
do go ahead.
Sauda's query.
Yeah.
Like Mr. Bizaraj said, like there are chances of contamination in the catchment area, like the feces of the birds. It might contaminate the rainwater. So what we are doing is for households rainwater harvesting system, there is a first flush device that just washes out the contaminants, like the first rain it washes out and it somewhat flushes out the contaminants. Secondly is we do, like for our projects, like the rain communities projects in Nepal, we do the water quality testing. And most of the time we find the quality, like it is contaminated with E. coli and all. And for that we advise the households to consume water like by boiling or by filtration process. So that is what we advise to them. And in some cases, like where the households are cleaning their roof catchments regularly and gutters and all, there is like no contamination. So that's what we have observed till now in Nepal. So
Uh,
thank you.
yeah.
Yeah.
Can I pitch in, ma'am, here?
Yeah,
Yes,
Mr.
yes,
Vijayaraj.
sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. So as far as the rooftop rainwater harvesting is concerned, it is pretty cool, pretty clean water. Only the water, if it is collected from surface, is challenging. And in India, we have got self-cleaning filters. In this, what happens is automatically all dust, debris, everything is thrown out automatically, and clean water comes to your tank. As far as the roof water is concerned, after the primary filtration, if you can store the rainwater in a tank, closed tank, and if you don't allow air and light to, interact with the water, as far as we know, the recorded number of days which can store is more than 100 years. This has been proved because one of the areas in Rajasthan where this water was stored in a Haveli for 100 years old Haveli, and after the Haveli was opened again and they tested the water from the tankas below the kitchen, and this rainwater was potable. So if you don't allow the rainwater stored in a tank to interact with the air and light, this water can be stored. Like in whole of Gujarat and Rajasthan, Jaisalmer and Kutch area, they have got tankas below their kitchen. So all the roof water, whichever comes, because they also get rainfall in the range of 250 to 300 as we get it in Afghanistan. So this same water is stored in a tank and they use it only for cooking and drinking. So as far as the roof water is concerned, this is pretty clean. And only thing, in case we want to be make sure that this water is not free from the contamination, we can use a small UV, which is very, very economical, or as rightly pointed out, we can boil and use. So this is easy. And but as far as the storage is concerned, even after 100 years, nothing can happen. That is what we have observed. This is a proven this one. That's why I'm telling you 100 years. Thank you.
Yeah, Mr. Vijayaraj. So, is Mr. McPherson there? He has a raised hand.
I think he is not there.
Okay.
Just to tell, he comes in, just to add on what was discussed.
Okay. Yeah.
Actually, just I wanted to say that we have to categorize this rainwater harvesting at the household level, at the community level, in the metropolitan areas or in the rural areas. So if the water is coming from the surface water, as it was rightly mentioned by Vijayaraj also and by Suni also, the water, when it is coming from the land and from the farmland particularly, it brings a lot of contaminant with it. And if we store that water and leave it in the open area, no doubt the sun heat, kills some of the germs which is available, included in the water. But in the long run, those waters are not usable without treatment. Of course, if it goes normally in Afghanistan, we have a practice that the water is stored in the infiltration basin, let's say, or infiltration pond. The bed or the surrounding area of the pond is conducive to infiltration. It supports infiltration of the water to the ground. So in the case of infiltration, actually the water gets purified. It is treated in a way because the land lithology is a kind of natural filter, and it infiltrates the water. But then the groundwater is usable later on when there is no surface water. Of course, for the time of the rainy season, the first rain is not recommended in terms of quality, but after it the first rain, the second rain or the following rains from the rooftop, when it becomes and collected, that is also in a way required to be boiled, as which was mentioned by Suni, and it is required to be treated. I think all the discussions had good points and very useful messages which could be considered. Thanks.
Yeah, there is a raised
Over to
hand
you.
from Mr. Thank you, Professor Karim. Mr. Salahuddin, any last thought?
Thank you. My question is to Professor Karim. He spoke about traditional water harvesting systems of harvesting rain, etc. So my question is, what is the current status? How many people still practice it, and what led to deterioration of these traditional water harvesting system? And third, are there any policy support by government which still encourages these kind of water harvesting systems or not?
Thank you very much, Salahuddin Saab. Actually, the exact statistics is not available because this rainwater storing snow and rainwater harvesting practice is very new in Afghanistan. Not so many people are practicing it. In Afghanistan, the first rainwater harvesting project was established a few years back in the within the Ministry of Energy and Water, because Ministry of Energy and Water wanted to raise awareness and popularize it all over the country. And unfortunately, we have not made sufficient progress. But the traditional way of storing snow, that is very common in the northern provinces of Afghanistan, where we have a lot of snow. In the rest of the country, unfortunately, we don't have snow apart from the central mountainous region. As it was mentioned recommended in the Professor Salahuddin, Suleiman Ahmadi's presentation also, it is recommended by the professionals to the government to, recognize these techniques and help and support the rainwater harvesting initiatives all over Afghanistan, because of the current situation, which is, demanding going for water conservation and rainwater harvesting. Still, the government has to do a lot in this regard. Not sufficient support have been extended. That is why the international community also frequently tries to support small interventions, particularly in the remote areas, to help those communities who are very far located, residing very far from the cities, and they have only seasonal water in the form of flood water, and they don't have water during the year. So the international community is trying to support with the help of the government, of course, but we have far behind so many things to be done, unfortunately. Yeah, thanks. Over to you.
Yeah, Shahuda
Thank you,
or
Professor
Mr.
Karim.
McPherson, are you still there? Shahuda?
Yes, I want to, you can say, I want to ask one more thing as well, and it is for all of the participants because they are blocking from different regions. And there is a question that if we talk about the climate change, that how climate change is affecting the rainwater pattern, not in Pakistan, I guess in Afghanistan, in India, in different countries, Asian countries, South Asian countries as well. So can we say that the rainwater harvesting, proposing a level ground, you can say rainwater harvesting structures on the government level where they can build up big structures is now, you can say that it is a feasible option and it could be part of our policies, government current policies. They will say that in the coming years, and now currently the rainwater fall pattern is that okay, rainwater is happening very in Lahore. The rainwater happening very less now. So if I am proposing a rainwater structure or rainwater harvesting structure, so how we can convince them that this is the future, and if whether there are less chances of rain, but still it's a sustainable option. So I just want to have your opinion that if I want to justify the point, so how I can justify it due to this all ongoing climate change and the rainwater patterns that are currently we are observing in our regions. Thank you.
Can I pitch in, ma'am?
Yes, Mr. Vijayaraj, go ahead.
Yeah. So what we can do is see there is a huge practice of rainwater harvesting in India. If you see, it is made mandatory in India that you should. Many of the regions have got mandate that you should do the rainwater harvesting. So we can share with you what are the benefits we are getting out of the rainwater, how practically it has been implemented, how the things have changed, how the quality and quantity of the water have changed, how the borewells have been rejuvenated, how the quality in the borewell water has been rejuvenated. We can share with you a lot of case studies, where dried borewells, the completely dry borewells have been rejuvenated, how the farmers or the places where we have got a lot of quality issues of the water are using rainwater for their drinking and cooking. All these, there are many case studies, which we can share with you so that you can, share how they are benefited. So you can share it with your part of the government and, get it approved. It's not only the rainwater, using of the rainwater will solve your water problem, but it can solve the flooding problem also in a great extent in the urban. These are with the climatic changes, the pattern of rainfall has changed. A lot of flooding problem. Urban flooding is a common scenario throughout the world. So doing rainwater harvesting solves majority of your flooding problems also. So all these things probably we can share you our this one, which may help you to pitch it to your government and get the things done.
That would be great.
May I suggest a few points to to this case actually in Lahore actually?
Yeah, please do go.
Yeah. Actually, I'm thinking that in the metropolitan areas like Lahore city, which is a very big city, I think three interventions might be very useful to be used for rainwater harvesting. First, this roof water harvesting. If the roof water are directed to a soup pit or to water storage on the surface of the ground, that might be useful for if there is sufficient areas for that. There is one thing, and then from the roads and from the open areas, the water could be collected and directed to the infiltration well. Infiltration wells also can directly transfer the water from the surface to the groundwater, and the groundwater could be used by the people during the year. And then uh, restoration of wetlands seems to be a very feasible option. However, in the surrounding area of Lahore and between Lahore and Pindi, there are so many lands that they can, go for this wetland restoration, which again can help in the greenery and also in the groundwater recharge, which could be used later on. And this comes to my mind as few option, and I hope it could be useful. Over to you.
Right. Thank you, Professor Karim, and thank you, all of you, Professor
I had a
Ahmadi.
simple question. I had a
Okay.
simple question.
Finally.
Sorry.
Yeah, we were waiting for you.
Yes, sorry. Earlier on in the presentation, he mentioned of limited public awareness. I don't know if there's anything that has been done in terms of creating awareness, communicating about water harvesting, and I just want to know how that issue is being addressed in Afghanistan.
Pardon? Can you elaborate on what you said in the last part of your comment?
In the early part of your presentation, you had mentioned the limited public awareness on water harvesting. So
Yeah.
my question was, how is that being addressed? How are you communicating and how are you creating that awareness? And how is it making a change in terms of water harvesting?
Yeah, thank you very much. That's a very good question, and everyone is emphasizing on raising awareness among the communities and the population. In Afghanistan, actually, the society is a little bit, I don't know, it is divided in several components. For example, in the rural areas where we don't have TV coverage and print material are also not available, and the people in the rural area, they are also mostly illiterate. So talking to them through radio and through TV, especially and print media, it might not be very useful. But community mobilization and talking, going to the community and have a focus group discussion and peer interviews, those kind of awareness could be activities could be useful in raising awareness. While in the cities, of course, radio and TV and all print media, conferences with the universities and going to the counterpart ministries. These are some of the activities which are going on, but which are not sufficient at the moment.
Thank you.
Yeah, so I guess we have come to an end of the first webinar of Young Rainwater Champions. So we look forward to sharing more insights together with young champions who have done a lot of work, who will be able to bring their insights and share with all of you. So I invite Sony to give the last concluding remarks to everyone. Sony.
Yes, Dhanushi, thank you, Dhanushi. Thank you, Professor Karim and Suleiman Ahmadi for today's presentation. And I would like to thank everyone today who have joined this webinar. And lastly, I apologize. We had another session where, our online training participants would share their experience, but they were not able to join today. But we will plan in the next upcoming YRC meetup or the webinars. So thank you, everyone. Thank you for joining today.
Yeah, and thank you, everyone. The speakers from Afghanistan. It was a great experience getting you here for the first time with YRC, and steering and the Young Rainwater Champions steering committee members who are with us, the past and the present, and active Young Rainwater Champions and members from Africa, also Mr. Macpherson, and I also noticed few others. So it has been great And we look forward to having you, Sony, in the next webinar as well. So SARNET is planning to have a webinar. SARNET is planning to have a webinar in March, targeting the World Water Day, and we are releasing a publication on the World Water Day theme. So Young Rainwater Champions will also have activities lined up. And we look forward to your continued support and participation. So have a pleasant evening to all of you. And thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Dhanush.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thanks for all your
you.
support.
Thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you. Right.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.